HooHooHooRobin.
We got Topher Grace coming into the studio. Well, maybe. He's got to walk down the 100-yard hallway still.
That is a long-ass hallway.
He's in a new movie called Take Me Home Tonight, in theaters Friday.
Green Mile.
Take Me Home Tonight is set in the 80s, Anthony. It follows an aimless college grad who pursues his dream girl at a wild Labor Day weekend party. Topher stars in the film as Matt Franklin. Why not just star as Topher?
I don't know, Matt Franklin.
I never noticed the names of the characters. And with that, Topher Grace has entered the studio. Hey, Topher.
How you doing?
Morning to you. Oh, you're a Yankees fan.
Dude, I'm a big fan of yours, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
got
Big
the
fan of
same,
you guys, too.
Oh,
we got the
thank you,
same
Topher.
hat.
Oh, yeah, what a
Same
coincidence.
hat on. I know. You're in New York. Wow, really going out on a limb.
I wear this in L.A., though, so.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's kind of
ballsy.
brave.
We'll take it off in Boston, though, right?
You know,
Ever there?
I wore a Red Sox hat when I went to Boston.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
You're a smart move.
He's a true politician.
Get into the Yankees suck chant
Yeah.
wherever you are in Boston.
I love how he said, I'm a big fan of Jim Norton, and then he goes, and of you guys, too. He doesn't know.
Oh, Jim Norton.
knows
man.
Jim.
I'm from Connecticut originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's
So I
good to
kinda grew
know.
up,
We're in Connecticut.
Darien.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just to drive through
That's a
there
nice
occasionally.
area.
Yeah. Lunch than Bridgeport.
Thanks for the shout out, man.
Connecticut's always been one of those states you drive through going somewhere else. You know?
Trust me when you go up there. It's the wrong place to talk about it, but yeah.
No, 95, dude, doing gigs, 95, Route 95 going through Connecticut is probably the worst stretch of road in the country because it's all the same. There's never not I've never once, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's always
When I moved
stop
to
and
LA,
go.
people were like, how bad is the traffic? I'm like, not really that bad. I grew up right on I-95.
It's there's nothing that compares to that.
You got to leave at 10 in the morning so you don't catch the,
Traffic. Big fan, by the way. Big fan of you guys. Great work.
Big fan.
That's exactly what I thought it would be.
I was watching the wheels come off that thought as you had it.
I want to say morning commute, but the afternoon commute even.
No,
you
right,
have to time it perfectly. I'm sorry.
As you
I
said
couldn't do the math. Like, you're good at math and this, okay, whatever.
Great transition,
I'm
man.
fucking it all up
I was
now.
just watching your face, so you're
I
like,
know.
you have to leave at 10, and I just saw your eyes open, like, I don't know what the next word is.
Because we used to drive to Boston, and it would take forever because you hit every city's fucking traffic jam.
Yeah, it's hideous.
But then I was
Can
trying
you-
to do the math in
we
my
can
head,
swear
and I
on
fucked
this?
it all up. Yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
Tom.
okay. No, I
Can we
heard
start
that.
over?
I've messed up a couple of times on some. They sent us around the country with the film.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is serious. All right.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
Fuck yeah.
Jimmy and I saw the movie last night, Take Me Home
yeah?
Tonight. And,
Yeah,
I heard your
good, man.
glowing review of Not Bad. Thank you so much.
Not bad. The glowing review that you gave. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I enjoyed it.
It's more than not bad. I liked it.
Thank you.
It's like the thing that was it was like it was set in the 80s, and I'm like, okay. I'll tell you, when I started to like the movie, it was literally a minute into it. Was when the fucking chick walks into the Suncoast video and you run out and change your clothes and run in like an ass, and it started to make me laugh.
Yeah.
And watching you interact with her, it's like when I watch people act, I'm like, it's hard to do comedic acting. And it was just fucking funny. His reactions to her, he's trying to be casual, and I can't describe it, but it made me laugh out loud. And I'm like, God damn it, I suck.
You don't have to tell anyone you can't describe it.
That is true. When I just go, the face you made, I really should be killed. Good radio.
What you're saying is you have to see it in the theater to really.
Yeah, it made me
is
laugh.
Exactly.
Like
it.
opening night, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It made me
night,
laugh.
like full fare.
When does it open?
Friday night.
Friday, but
This Friday? Yeah.
we got weird copies of the movie because I guess they're scared that me and Jimmy are going to make 1,000 copies and go down to Chinatown and start selling this
No
thing.
more than
Yeah.
500.
So our copy was a little
I don't think
dark.
that's outside the realm of.
It was a little dark.
Yeah.
Possibility.
And now what they do for us is they put our name on the screen, so now they know if we're bootlegging where they came from.
And they're letting us know that because they could do it subtly. Like they mark scripts when they send out a script.
Right.
They'll put like little anomalies in each script so they know if somebody has copied it. But this one they're just like Opie and Anthony. So idiots,
Yeah.
we know.
I really don't want to
see.
see my name the entire film. Can
No,
you
but
change
they're
that for us?
psyched. But when they send you on a junket like this, which like shows they really want you to do, I know you guys are downplaying your thing, but they were psyched that I was coming
cool.
on this show.
Oh, that's cool. Definitely.
How is it working with?
No one's ever said that.
No.
I know.
No, so,
we don't know how to
the
take a
studio
compliment.
is like we got it. Like you're going on Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Like it's happening.
How is it working with Anna? Anna Faris.
She's amazing. It's like you were talking about. We wanted to make one of those John Hughes films that I grew up loving.
Yeah.
Which I love all the films that have come out about the 80s, but they're all making fun of the 80s. Like the joke is like what people are wearing.
Right.
That huge cell phone. We wanted to make the first one that wasn't a spoof. It was like we went back in a time machine, and Anna was the first one who was kind of in and she was down and she understood what it was. I mean, she's almost like kind of dramatic at some points.
Right, yeah.
She's also really funny, but
yeah,
she is like maybe the coolest chick alive.
She's awesome.
She's probably sick of doing spoof movies, so it's like good.
Yeah.
I could just do this. I'll play this one straight.
She's been away from the spoof movies for a while now, though.
Yeah.
And everything she's in, she's hilarious. She's
a very pretty girl.
She can do the character stuff too, and she's fantastic at it. But I think we all grew up on those movies, like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and Say Anything.
The music in the movie,
dude, and they got the camera stuff right too. Like there was camera angles, like you're like, oh yeah, the party scene. When you walk into the party scene, and like 80 movies would focus on the way they focus on the faces, the way they pan the crowd. Is like that's exactly what they did in fucking 1984. Yeah, it really was like just like a time machine.
Oh man, thank you. That's exactly what we were going for. Also, like doing it was fun. Like when you're in a drama that's like depressing, you are depressed for like 3 months. Like no one that's why they give you awards for those movies. But like this was, I mean, I'm not a method actor. That is to say, if I'm playing like a blind dude, I don't like wear a blindfold.
Yeah, I have to do that for
I was so fucking method on this movie because like on the days off, we would just go up to the set of the house and party our asses off. It was the most fun I've ever had.
You were probably more of a 90s guy growing up, like that was your time.
Yeah,
not really 80s.
Probably starting, like mid 90s. I'm kind of aware of pop music and.
Yeah. So, where did you get the 80s vibe from? Were there people saying like, "Hey, this is kind of what you did. You didn't talk like that," or?
Right. We did have some. We had to like interview some of our older friends and kind of.
Oh, really? Like, hey, asshole, what'd you say when that would happen?
At the beginning, I say to the max. I was like, did people really say that?
Yeah.
But we didn't do it like how they call attention to it in some of these movies, and it's silly. We tried to do it for real. It really came out of in the 90s. I went to boarding school in Massachusetts, but when I was there, I was a big fan of. Dazed and Confused. So I had wanted to do a John Hughes movie, but we didn't know how to do it present day. I wanted to work with a young cast, and those movies, they weren't really a drama or a comedy. They kind of had everything. But then my friend, who became my producing partner on this, had the idea of like, if you look at Dazed and Confused, which was done in the 90s about the 70s, you look at American Graffiti, which was done in the 70s about the 50s. If we did one of those now, it would take us back to when John Hughes was actually making movies.
Right.
So we kind of mashed the two ideas up, and
you know what he was great at, John Hughes?
That worked out.
The use of music in his movies was fucking. It's like things that you on paper you go, that's cheesy to play that song at that moment, but when you watch it emotionally, it's like, ugh, it fucking works. You don't want it to affect you, but it does, and that was what Hughes was great at. And there's a lot of you would hear the music starting low when the moment was happening, and this I was like, God damn it, that is exactly what the fuck it is.
Yeah, they figured out.
It's very nostalgic for people who grew up in the 80s. Like I'm a little older than I look. I'm fucking depressing to know that 84 I was in high school.
On that 70s show, it was pretty much like that was the time I was actually that age and doing that dumb stuff.
In American Graffiti.
That was shut up, you asshole.
It was Birth of a Nation, right? Was the film that
Birth of a Nation, yes.
Might as well go all the way back.
That was also my political affiliation. So that I found, like, I could really relate to that, a lot of the same shit of the bad station wagon and the
that's
girls
what's
that
great
you couldn't
about
get and shit like that.
Generational things that you're talking about is there are two audiences. There's the audience that's kind of swimming in nostalgia for the music and the situation. And then there's the audience that is discovering all of it, and they're both equally valid. I mean, I didn't know anything about the 70s, and I didn't know that much about the 80s, but it's great to, the first thing we did was we made a mixtape, like a 80, and like the way we didn't want to spoof, have those lines in the movie that are like, well, there'll be hover cars by 1995. And like, winks at the camera.
Because there's not.
Right? That's so true, though. Or like, how tiny is this cell phone?
You know, it's like, okay.
But we also cut out of this mixtape, you know, Rock Me Amadeus, and like Get Out of My Dreams, anything that dated it. Or, you know, it was like the Who Let the Dogs Out of its time. You know, like we want it to be really kick-ass soundtrack. And
it's songs you want to hear today. Yeah. Still, you know. I love the DeLorean.
Oh, you saw the DeLorean.
Yeah, you got to look quick. Yeah, but I noticed he was leaving the party in this movie, Take Me Home Tonight, and there was a DeLorean parked in the...
You were badass if you had a DeLorean back then.
But it wasn't like... It was subtle, though. That's what you're getting at right now.
Thank you. Yeah. But I'm like a huge Back to the Future. There are like 5 different references to Back to the Future in the movie. That I just love that movie.
Yeah, you did a music video or something with...
Yeah, the cast did a music video, and we did like... That was actually where we got all of our... We had all this kind of leftover spoof, you know, energy that we wanted.
It's by Atomic Tom if you want to check it out.
Yeah,
I hear it's great. I haven't checked it out yet myself.
We actually, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, so is Danny.
Oh, yeah?
We went to the movie theater and watched it when it was re-released in theaters.
Yeah. Oh, wait, when was that?
It was like a few months ago.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be the 25th anniversary of when they were actually supposed to go back in time in the movie. So I guess that had to be October, right?
Was it? Yeah,
or September.
Like that.
Dude, don't pretend like you don't know. I see what you're doing.
I know.
You see a super
I'm fucking sick of it already. I'm sick and tired of Back to the fucking Future already.
Thank God, finally.
Really? Finally.
Yeah, because every asshole has to be like, "Oh, did you see this? Did you see?" Yes, I saw all of it. All of it I saw. The game, the fucking all the behind the scenes shit, all the fucking old stills of what's his fucking face. I saw all of it.
Well, that's great, Danny. Now our audience, knowing how they are, will just stop.
Nothing but
they won't send you 1,000 of the same thing now over and over.
New game on the iPhone. Yes,
I know.
Yes,
you guys did it to yourself, though.
Yeah,
the show got taken over by Back to the Future for a while there, Topher.
But who doesn't love it?
I hate that Eric Stoltz footage.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing. I'm sorry, I know that's what you're talking about.
No, but that was amazing. It's so like
I'm used
bad.
to it.
It would have been great if they combined it and he was Marty McMask.
They got to take that lightning harness. They just tape it to his face. Shoot his head out the sunroof.
Mom's trying to send me to the future. Yes, ugly. Of course she is.
Ugly. It's terrible.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, though. But you did see some people that pulled up in DeLoreans and stuff, and they're just like, all right, you're taking it a little too far. It is a movie.
That, like, yeah, they show up
at the theater, they're like, oh, boy, what is this?
Well, my thought behind
horror?
that was I had the DeLorean for the evening. I had the tickets to the movie. No,
so I showed up.
But I had the vest. It wasn't like I bought it, you know.
Who else do we see in Take Me Home Tonight?
Yeah, the guy who
the chubby guy
was fucking really funny.
Really funny.
Dan Fogler. It's like kind of a breakout for him, this movie. He won the Tony here.
But I feel like I've seen him before. Has he been?
Yeah, he's in Balls of Fury.
Okay.
And Good Luck Chuck. And but this is like, I mean, look, I'm so glad this is on serious. Like, it's been hard to like kind of talk about what happens in the film. But, you know, the guy, you know, he basically does a bunch of nose candy in the first 10 minutes and then goes apeshit for the entire movie. I mean, it's a great role for anybody.
It's one long night.
Yeah.
He made me laugh. There was a scene where you're on the phone with him and you're calling and he's like a Mercedes dealer and listening to him act like you're his boss and he's trying to get the guy a deal. He's like, oh, what a fucking twat car salesman. But that guy was really funny. And there was the one thing I liked too is there was scenes where it was a fucking 80 movies party scene, and then they went to the rich party in Beverly Hills, and it was like it captured perfectly the way movies would stereotype like the rich stuffy people and the crazy rich kids, and it really it grabbed everything. So if you like 80s movies, see it because I enjoyed it.
We wanted to have one of each scene, but not have it go the place it went in every movie. Meaning like we wanted to have him steal a car. We wanted to have him have like a girl who was his platonic best friend, but then we wanted to subvert every, it's like his twin sisters, so it's not going to go there, or they get caught with the car, or like Chris Pratt, who's amazing in it, who's on Parks and Rec. He asked Anna to marry him, and they got married in real life.
Oh wow!
Are they married in real life?
Yeah,
oh okay.
In real life now, it's like crazy. Yeah. But that role would have been easy for him to be like, I'm just gonna fucking cheat on her.
Right.
But we wanted to. He's actually like totally in love with her the entire movie. Like
it doesn't go there.
Well, kind of. We just wanted to like have all the convention, and also we wanted the music to get a little bit weirder as the movie wanted. You know, we wanted to just subvert every kind of 80s convention, but we also wanted to have every 80s, like that girl thing you're talking about at the mall at the beginning, and want to have all those scenes.
And the other blonde that was after you at the party,
was she after me though?
Well, she wanted you.
Oh, you mean the other one?
She's kind of cross-eyed.
Right, I'm after.
She's kind of cross-eyed.
Lucy Punch. Yeah,
she's hilarious.
She's amazing.
She only
actress,
has a small role, unfortunately, in Take Me Home Tonight. She was in that dumb movie that I hated, Dinner with the Schmucks.
I didn't see that.
Dinner for Schmucks.
Dinner with Schmucks.
She's amazing.
Whatever.
I actually just did another movie with her. She
was really funny in that movie, and yeah.
And Dimitri Martin, you know Dimitri Martin, right?
Fucking God damn it! I hate seeing comics be that good. He was fantastic in that movie.
Did he know what to do with his hands?
Yeah, he held him on the side of his wheelchair. Dimitri was fucking hilarious in that movie. Yeah. I know he did a Woodstock film,
right.
And he's a very popular stand-up. People know Dimitri, but he was really fucking funny in this movie.
We wanted to have a scene where you show how low my character's gotten, so we have this, like, paraplegic dude who's, like, basically making fun of me.
Yeah. He's like, you're depressing me. What happened to you? And he goes, I got hit by a drunk driver after graduation, but I'm not letting it hold me back. It was really fucking it made me laugh. Yeah, Dimitri was fucking great. It made me sick to see a comedian I know doing that well.
I gotta yell at Roland for not giving me a copy.
I have my copy. I'll give it to you, but it's I fucking forgot he was in that. So whenever I see comics I know, it's like, you know, you're never really happy for them. Believe me. You know, I'm not happy for Dimitri. Well, I used to drive to fucking open mics and drop off when he was a medical student, whatever he was doing. I'm not happy to see him doing films at all.
And he hates you. He used to talk about it.
I know he does.
He really hates you.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Please.
Do you
he looked at
guys,
his college checks. He forgot my name. Oh, that guy.
Do you guys from like the cast from that 70s show, do you get almost competitive with each other? Like if you get a good gig, or you're like, get a good gig?
You know, Ash and I were just in Valentine's Day together, so we got to hang out, you know, promoting it. And there was a moment where we were like in Europe or something, and the movie had just done $100 million. And I was like, I've known this guy since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
We're like in our 30s now. And we were looking at each other like, how much success can you share with another? This is fantastic. I mean, like, he's up dancing with Demi on the dance floor, and like I'm hanging out with like Jessica Alba and Jessica Biel, and I was like, c'est la vie. Exactly. It's crazy.
Life is great. Living the Charlie Sheen lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about Chuck, man. He's a good guy, and
that's what everybody
I talked
says.
to him last night, man, and everyone in Hollywood is his friend all of a sudden. But I love his whatever technique he's using. I really love it, man. It's like maybe the best thing that's ever happened.
It's never been tried before. It's uncharted celebrity territory, because usually the publicist tells you to shut the fuck up, or somebody will keep you off of interviews. And he's just doing this. Here I am,
unfiltered.
There it is, Charlie Sheen unfiltered. Yeah,
I love it. It's totally honest.
Yeah,
Except for the I'm not doing crack part, but everything else, completely. But it's great. It's just, you know, it's a fun way to. It's very entertaining.
To like handle it, and we're just all vultures. I mean, we really are. I don't know,
man. He's going on all these shows. I mean, don't be too hard on yourself.
You're right as far as that goes, but. Damn, we love to watch any kind of car wrecks like that. The Mel Gibson thing, I don't know how many times we listened to that
fun
tape.
Too, right?
And, you know, that was hysterical. A new tape coming out every day.
Man, I have no fun. I mean, I really am like, I am no fun. I'm like a Boy Scout. So whenever this happens to someone, I'm like, yeah. They had way too much fun, and now they're going to pay.
Good. Are you, no scandal in your life, really?
No, but that means I'm boring.
Yeah, nah.
No, but that means that girls will trust you and sleep with you. They're smart. That's a smart. He's the smart way to be, because they know that he'll keep it under his hat. Nobody fucks me. A, because I'm unattractive, and B, because I'm on the radio with a big mouth, and I can't shut up about it.
I know.
God damn it.
The second we have a day where we're like,
what are we going to talk about?
Lull in the news. It's like, well, I'll talk about the time I shit my pants.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, you fucked Jerry from the Facts of Life. Well, you know.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Got to fill up this time.
But, you know, Charlie, we kill publicists because sometimes they're fucking horrible to deal with. But in this case, you do understand that they're, like I said, his publicist was really a genius, because that's a hard one. Not not even to make look good, but just to not make look awful.
To contain for all those years, right?
Yeah, that Cruz's publicist, because Cruz went a little bit nuts at one point, and you saw like, wow, the publicists at some point do function like a very legit purpose. It's just when they get overprotective and they don't let the actors say anything.
You've been on sitcoms. Like, it is such an easy job. Like, I mean, really, it is like as cush as, I mean, that guy was making so much money. You really have to show up like a couple days a week, say the lines. I mean, they were willing to do whatever for him. You know, but look, he's having more fun than me. Like I said, he's definitely having more fun.
Did you you left the 70s show like a year before they
yeah, I did it for. I had to do it for 6 years, and then I did an extra year.
Did you want to, or it was just like, wow, that's some righteous bucks?
You had to, you mean contractually?
No, not contractually, but just kind of, you know, if you've really enjoyed your experience, and we had like a lot of fun. I mean, all the kids were friends, and it was like, you know, like I was saying, I mean, it's like really fun to do.
Yeah.
But by the end, it's like you know each other's rhythms, so it's like, not easy is the wrong word, because it is a lot of hard work, but it was like, you know, great way to make a living. I wanted to do that extra year, but then Ashton was leaving, and some of the head writers were leaving. I thought, this is a good time. You got to at some point kind of say, this is gonna end. Did
you have a lot of shit like in the pipe there, or were you kind of like scared, like kind of, oh fuck?
Well, I left to do Spider-Man, which you go, this movie's probably going to do well.
Yeah, this might make a couple of bucks.
Yeah, but you know, but it's exciting, and it's scary. You know, it's I'm actually seriously not trying to segue into talking about the movie. I swear to God.
No, please.
I'm literally not. But that is literally exactly what the character's going through. It's why I was so interested in this film, is because there's like, you know, when structure ends, you know, you've been in middle school and high school and college, and then, you know, it's like you almost have too much freedom, you know, to make choice. And I was nervous about that, because I had gone from like, you know, high school to college to the show. There was a certain, you know, we'd have summers off and we'd go do a movie, and then you come back and there's this structure. So it was kind of scary and exciting, and now like when we see each other, it's great. Like I had to speak Russian in a movie, and Mila Kunis is Russian.
Oh, helped you out.
So, like, it's so funny. Everyone talks about it. Like, I've known her since she was 14. Like, it's crazy. But she's like a, you know.
Yeah, now she was on the Oscars, and they're
it's incredible
sexying it up and everything.
Guys talk about. I mean, she's great. But I got to call her and kind of say, like, you know, run some Russian by her. And then I got to.
Does this sound right?
No, I spoke this whole speech I'd learned phonetically, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, amazing! What did you say?"
Oh, she doesn't speak it?
No, she speaks it fluently.
Oh, she was fucking with you. Right. She was great in Black Swan.
Yeah,
really sexy role. Really sexy.
Gotta see that movie.
Fuck yeah, man! It was so. We were talking about how Aronofsky shot it like so all in close up, and it gives you this like claustrophobic.
Like, get out of my face.
Something is wrong feeling the entire thing. Yeah, really was an interesting movie.
Yeah. Did you see the Oscars?
I did.
Yeah. What did you think of James?
What? I know both James and Annie Hathaway. I was in Valentine's Day with, and I actually knew her since I kind of moved out to LA. We were like each other's first friends. She was on a show on Fox that that doesn't get as much attention.
What show was she on?
She never did a thing after that either. It was that show. I forget what it was. It was called like Get Real or something.
No.
Sounds great.
It was her and Jesse Eisenberg, and they're both at the Oscars together, and it was crazy to watch. But and you know, and Mila's up there. It's weird to watch your peer group. Host the Oscars. I mean,
that's pretty huge.
I wouldn't know. I watch my fucking peer group in the same place every morning. I've never seen a peer do anything important. It's fucking horrible. Bob Kelly is my peer.
Because James Franco was catching a lot of flack for, like, people were like, is he high? Is he just like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, he kind of has. But I think anytime I've seen him, he's had, like, the half-mast eyes and kind of just.
He is, like, the coolest guy. We went around the world for Spider-Man press, and I got teamed with him a lot because we were both kind of bad guys in it. And he's like the funniest guy. I mean, have you guys ever met him? Has he been in here?
No, not yet.
No.
He is, like, the funniest guy.
Really?
And the coolest guy. Like, I mean, legit. Like, not, like, on the air, like, when you're off the air, hanging out, like, later that night or whatever. He's, like, a really cool dude.
It's hard, too, because like it's hard to badmouth people when you're in the business, like because they.
No, I would. You give me the right person, I would badmouth them.
No, I'm saying like a lot of people won't because it's like it's not even that they're pussies not to. It's like hard because you bump into people and they're really nice. It's like I've badmouthed people that I've met that I'm like, ugh, I feel like such a dick. I don't want to badmouth that person anymore because they were pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you meet somebody that you think there's a dick, you never met him, you have no reason to not like him.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then when you meet him,
that's the opposite. Is when you can't watch someone who's actually really talented because they're such a jerk. When
such an ass. Yeah. When you meet him.
I've never had that. I've never had that where I've met somebody who was
talking about people that met you.
Oh.
That's the difference, Jimmy.
Anthony always turns on me when there's A-list celebrities here.
No, because they all know you and like your comedy. I get all jealous.
Don't be jealous. They just remember you as the fat pig friend from Lucky Louie. Oh yeah, you're the one that did the same face in every scene. I remember you.
Oh, you know what? Did you guys when you were doing the 70s show? Did you think when they came out with that 80s show, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what, you're saturating it, and that was a horrid example of how to do an 80s based thing.
It's the opposite of what we're going for here.
I'm talking on a cellular phone. It's a mobile phone. It's amazing. I'm not even. It's like, yeah, we get it.
It was all
Every
over the
reference.
top.
It was so in your face, over the top, like smashed at you that this is something from the 80s.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story that this is a good story that I probably shouldn't tell.
Oh, good.
Which is, no one ever like talked to us about it. Like,
oh shit.
It wasn't. That's not a bad thing either. Look, they were very successful producers because of our show and other shows they'd done. They kind of, I mean, what would they do? Like call a powwow where they say like, they kind of come in.
Well, you would think that would be kind of a decent thing to do. At least let you guys know, like, because you're pretty invested in
but,
that 70s
they really
show.
don't have to. I mean, it's,
no, not having to and just doing it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So they kind of said like. We kind of found out about it. Like I found out about it, sadly, in an interview where someone said, "What about that 80s show?" And I said, "Oh, well, I don't think we're going to go there."
Oh,
and they said, "No, they're making it." And I was like,
no, they went there.
So I mean, look, these people gave me my whole life and career, so I wasn't mad about it. And I thought, all right, how do I show kind of like, because we're all going to be seeing each other. So I put on this huge fake mustache and went in and tried out. Because I think the lead role, the only description was like a Topher Grace type.
Shit.
And so like I went in with this mustache, and like I brought in a headshot that had like the mustache drawn onto it, and I was like, hello, my name's Ron DeLashmit. I'm here trying out for let's do this. And I read, and like I think it went for like a while, and people were kind of nervous, laughing. It was like kind of
is he making a goof of this whole thing?
I don't know. It was just weird. It was such a. I thought it was funny.
I'm so
at least you didn't have to last. At least you didn't have to go through too much of that because it didn't last very long.
I'm so stupid. I almost said, "Did they know it was you?" But I edited myself.
Good.
That would have been humiliating for everybody involved.
Very good, Jimmy.
Of course, they knew it was him because they asked for Topher Grace type.
You know, actually, the guy who got the lead on that show is a really good friend of mine, which is Glenn Howerton, who's on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and went on to be like a billionaire. He actually created and wrote that show.
Great show.
And I actually just emailed with him last night.
Dennis.
He's a really great, talented guy. Yeah.
He plays Dennis on Always Sunny.
How long?
Look at
damn.
I can't believe that's
my
the same
God.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was in the 80s show.
That only lasted.
Why are we promoting that 80s show? I just did an 80s movie.
I know.
It's terrible.
The total wrong place to be.
Because Anthony didn't get his copy, he's saying.
But it's the
Of the movie.
But
You're promoting
No,
that
I'm talking
80s
about that's the horrible way
Right.
to portray something like that. It's done
No,
awful.
Take
It was
Me
done
Home Tonight
awfully.
is definitely a good
Yes.
movie. Definitely.
there was some very big laughs in it.
Thanks for the backup. Did you say yes?
Yeah.
He didn't see the movie.
You got to say something. Say something great
why he
about
wants
Anna
to talk-
Faris.
I was watching. She's very pretty. She's so
I
talented.
love those lips.
Yeah. Sexy.
Yeah,
Very sexy lips.
It's very odd when you get such a pretty girl that is can do
hilarious,
comedy.
Really
you know?
funny.
All right, that evens out.
Yeah.
There was
thanks.
also scenes with the dad, with his dad in the movie, where you don't see those parental scenes anymore. That was a staple of 80s movies, like these intense scene where there's a lesson learned with the
Dude, Michael
parents.
Biehn. We got Michael Biehn.
Really, Michael Biehn.
Yeah,
Michael Biehn?
Kyle Reese.
Yeah,
my dad.
Kyle. Fucking.
Oh, I didn't recognize the name. Okay,
Kyle,
yeah.
We
man.
wanted to get
Shit,
someone
yeah.
from the 80s, but not someone who's...
That's who he. God, Kyle from the Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator, and he was in Alien.
Holy shit, that's right.
He's like The Rock. He's like, we wanted someone who was successful in the 80s, but didn't exist since the 80s. You know, he's been in Grindhouse and tons of great films. And he's amazing in it. Yeah.
Dude, I was watching him. It was annoying me so much to not figure out who he was. And I'm like, I knew it was a Terminator. I'm like, no, that's not fucking, was it Robert Patrick was the guy who played the T-1000?
Yeah, that was the other one.
Who the fuck is it? That's who he was. Okay.
How about IMDb? What'd you do? You didn't have your computer?
I fucked my girlfriend after. I didn't go to IMDb. I wanted to get a load off. We watched the movie. I knew Motorhead was going on. I'm like, I have to come and go to sleep or I'll regret not being at Motorhead right now.
Yeah, we wanted to make
That's
sure
what I did.
We wanted to make sure we saw his movie before he came in here.
Exactly. I wanted to see the movie, and I was actually going to watch a few minutes of it. I'm like, let me just to get it, and I wound up watching the entire movie.
Well, I want a goddamn copy. Because I watched something really uplifting last night, a friggin' documentary on Afghanistan.
Why would you
Jesus
do that
Christ.
to yourself?
I know. Oh, this little kid in there. Actually, I think he was 20 years old, but he came off like a kid. He was like a midget, and he's walking around going like, fuck the Taliban, blah, 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 blah. And at the end, they got a little graphic that says he was beheaded.
Oh, great.
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's a wonderful night of TV.
I was like, oh, that must have been easy, though.
That's kind of how that's funny, because that's how Take Me Home Tonight ends. It ends with a surprise beheading. You never see it coming, too.
Really foreshadowing of Al-Qaeda.
It gets really, really weird at the end. Of about 5 minutes. People are crying and vomiting.
Yeah, Take My Breath Away starts playing, and all of a sudden a fucking sword comes out, and his head gets lopped off. And that sucked at the end.
Did you watch some movies? Did you watch anything like Fast Times or things like that to get
a lot of Less Than Zero.
Yeah.
That house reminded me.
Yeah, we went for almost we tried to find the exact same house.
Oh, really?
We shot in Arizona, so we couldn't go. We actually found the exact same house in LA, but we wanted to have, everything's like reflected by a pool. Like once we actually kind of cross the tracks. Like it's in the valley, the whole thing. And then we go over, when I moved to LA, from here, I didn't realize that there's kind of two Los Angeleses. There's the Valley, which became really famous in the 80s, Valley Girls and that whole thing.
Right.
So most of it takes place, and that's more of a community. And then you go over the hill into what's kind of Hollywood, and it's a whole other thing. That's like a lot more kind of fabulous and cocaine. So we have a point where they go to like a different party. That scene kills in a live audience. Like there's a scene where Dan Fogler has already done a batch of cocaine, and he's been in like a dance off, and he's going nuts. And he's never done drugs in his life. He's been very straight laced up until then. And then Angie Everhart,
that's
literally not someone
scene.
like she comes up to him and says like, "Is it snowing?" And I'm like telling a story from another movie, but I really think it's funny.
It is funny.
Go for it.
And he goes, "I think it's like 70 degrees out right now." She's like, "No, do you have cocaine on you?" And they go into this bathroom, and she starts seducing him, and he's never been with a girl like this. And then this weird German dude walks in. I mean,
he just giggles. He's with him, it's Franz or something.
She's like, we can do this, but he has to watch. And you see Dan just look at this like supermodel, and then look over at this weird German dude
this
leather.
Old, fat Joel. He's like he looks like Bernie Madoff. Yeah. That's exactly who he looks like.
Very, very creepy.
Just creepy and kind of laughing lightly, and then she shows her big tits, and she's like, it's not negotiable. And he tries to fuck it. It was really funny, man.
I'm gonna give this a shot.
And it's nice to see tits in a movie again.
Yeah.
Because they took that out of most.
That's what we
most
wanted.
movies.
Was that kind of hard R where it felt like, when you watch John Hughes movies, they're actually pretty G-rated, but we wanted that feeling of danger where they're, it's not like, did he do cocaine? Like you see him do cocaine, you see the tits. But on the flip side, there's a romantic side to it, but we didn't want to pull any punches. I think to answer your question, it's most like Fast Times.
Yeah.
Where there's great comedy, but like, we didn't pull any punches. You go, oh, I didn't know they were going to go all the way.
Yeah, there is like kind of a story there, and some
that
real emotion.
Was great.
And it was the stuff I love the most from anybody who it's like when you pick up on things, when you know what they're doing, and immediately kind of what they're doing. It's like it just starts bringing back like that. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. They got that right. It's like really weird to watch a movie and be knowing that they're doing an 80s movie and like realizing when they get it right. Am I making any sense? Like that was kind of I like that a lot though. And those house scenes, the party scenes, and the camera work was phenomenal.
Yeah, I actually had to go and get a picture in front of the Back to the Future house when I was out in LA over the summer.
Oh wow!
I had to do that. I was like, yeah, that house looks exactly the same as it did in the movie.
Well, why would you ever change something so perfect?
I know. And then like me and my chick were like I was taking a picture of her, and then she'd take a picture of me in front of the house, and then the neighbor came out, and she's like, "You want me to just take a picture?"
She's so used to it, right?
Yeah, and we were like, "Yeah," and she goes, I said, yeah, you must be used to it. And she goes, oh, there were times when buses would come by and everyone on the bus would get off and take pictures in front of the house and then drive away.
Oh, man, that's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we were there.
In that video, we like actually drop out the music, and I do like that's the only impression I kind of do, which I'm not gonna do. Don't make me.
don't make me do it.
But we like to get dressed up, and we did like we do like 80s movies in that video. But like that was the one I was really stoked about.
Do you have a DVD plans, like a commentary or some extra shit or things like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of outtakes. Just the cast is so young, and a lot of it was, like Dimitri, Chris Pratt, a lot of Dan stuff because he's so hyped on coke, like the whole movie.
Yeah.
We have so much outtakes and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of that.
He's a great yeller. Yelling is not easy, and making it look funny on film. Like Kinnison was obviously one of the greats, but he reminded me of Kinnison when he was screaming. There's a scene towards the end where they're driving in the car and he's just screaming something, and I'm like, that is a very Kinnison-esque quality
by the
to
end,
it.
he's so blasted on coke that he's literally like flying on top of this car. I mean, he's like, it's great. And then he kind of comes down too, which is like really funny.
Yeah, he was fucking fantastic. I enjoyed him a lot, and it's like I'm high. That was just me auditioning. In case you do part 2.
Wow, man.
I know.
Good.
Yo, you got it.
Yeah,
wow,
I'm not really high. I'm sober, but I just did that.
That was just acting?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good. Oh, no, that's the Brady Bunch house.
That's the Brady house.
I had to get one of those too.
He likes sitcom houses.
Such a douche.
Movie houses.
I've never seen any of those.
That's such a douche.
I got one in front of OJ's old house before they knocked it down.
They knocked
I think
it down?
I did too, like in front of the stairwell. I think that's a smart one to get, though. That's history.
You had to, yeah.
That's not you, it's some other dude.
Who is that?
Dude, play the thing from the video.
Some other guy.
The middle part.
Yeah. Get that thing going.
Psyched. As an actor, you don't really have a moment to like do a Back to the Future impression.
Yeah. That's great, man.
It's like we wanted to do one cover during the credits. We're like, you could get into a land where you do too many covers. And you just want to
Cool version of this song, by the way.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Oh, God.
This is heavy duty, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of the DeLorean?
God damn, that's pretty good.
Not bad, brother. Not bad at all, Topher.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, there's Danny in his
I'm sorry,
Brown.
I wasn't saying I'm good. I was watching Danny in the Doc outfit.
That was a good impression, though.
The mannerisms were all there.
Yeah, I don't do impressions, but that's a fucking hard one to do. Michael J. Fox from the 80s is not one anybody does. Why did I just say that? Who cares? Like I just talked.
I care. No, I care, man. That's the only impression I did.
But literally, that would have had the same value if I said, yeah, I had 2 ginger ales, but I only drank 1. Gives a fuck. Nobody cares, asshole.
It's a good example.
It really is. You should just edit.
Well, listen, we got to get Topher out of here. You're doing a lot of TV today, huh?
Yeah. And then we're going back to LA, and we got a premiere. It's going to be. That's going to be fun, man. The after party for this movie is going to be...
I can't wait to go, man.
Right. About your invite. That is in the mail, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Now watch, I'll run home and look at my mailbox. I don't think it's here yet.
Yeah.
How am I going to go?
Oh, no, it's going to be Messenger. It's going to be Messenger.
Oh, that would be nice.
So there.
Well, Michael Madsen's premiere is tonight, I think.
Yeah, we got invited to a premiere
Yes,
already,
we did.
Topher.
Oh.
Michael Madsen.
I must have...
Michael
and I lost
Madsen.
my invite to that, so...
Yeah, say.
But his movie's going straight to DVD. But still, we feel like we're...
Are you seriously going to Michael Madsen?
Yeah, he was here yesterday for an hour.
He
was fucking hilarious. We were talking, the scene of Reservoir Dogs where he cuts the ear off, and he was walking through his process of when he was shooting that scene. It was fucking great watching
it was
the movie
actually,
with him.
we had it on the computer, and we're watching it, and he was doing the live commentary, just sitting there, talking about what was going through his mind, and what,
that's amazing.
Quentin was thinking, and some of the shit he was wearing, and it was really cool, because he's such a badass.
Amazing. People kind of forget because of Pulp Fiction, but that movie
that one's really good.
I thought Reservoir Dogs was better. It was just brilliant dialogue, and everybody was great.
And it was new. Like, you'd never seen... You were like,
no,
where
shit
did
like
this guy
that was
come from? Right?
Yeah, and to have something so cool with just like pretty much one set That was it. There's just one fucking set, so you got to depend on the actors.
And the dialogue back, the very quick dialogue between guys, and the John Woo, which Tarantino tells you got it from John Woo, the guns pointed at each other, and fuck, is that a good movie?
The only other movie I've seen is Take Me Home Tonight. It's as good as that.
Yeah. We think,
yes.
Probably the scene where I chop that guy's ear off.
That's
where you're probably thinking that it's the same.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be so confused about this movie.
And so everyone's going to compare us. Both have ear chopping.
And then Anna Faris,
my bad.
Anna Faris laying there in the warehouse, shot in the stomach the whole movie. It just got depressed. I'm like, what is happening?
That would be awful, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
Guys, this is so much fun. Thank you for
well, let's get Topher out of here. He's got to do
Thanks for coming
TV.
by, man,
the movie Take Me Home Tonight in theaters Friday. Anything else you want to promote?
Go see it.
You're good, right?
No, I want to come back and see you guys.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you should, man.
Yeah,
we don't
we'll
have
have
many
you
repeat
back,
customers.
We don't have real celebrities in here.
Our new friend Topher Grace. Thank you, Topher.
Thanks,
Robin, 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 Robin,